Good morning and welcome to the January 24th County Commission meeting. Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Reminder to please silence your cell phones, and meeting documents are next to Commissioner Bender. And if you need a listening device, Robert can help you with that. With that, we'll go to routine business. First item is to consider the motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the agenda. Any changes? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion unanimously passes. Item 2 is to approve the commission meeting minutes from January 17th. Do we have
So
a
moved.
motion? Second. Are you sure you knew what you were approving?
Absolutely. I could completely understand.
I couldn't have said it better. All those in favor, please say aye. Those
Aye.
opposed, nay. Motion unanimously passes. Bills to be paid today of $767,544.26.
Pay the bills.
Second. Second, excuse me.
Is there comments? Commissioner Barth?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Today's bills include $198,000 to Armor Correctional Health, $114,000 another payment on the Redwood Bridge in Brandon, $182,000 E911 transfer through us, and Dell's and Garrettson Ambulance got $25,000 between them.
Thank you, Jeff. Any other comments?
Mr. Chair, I
Yep.
just thought of one more thing.
Yes.
That total is $519,000, so that's a huge portion of our $767,000.
Okay, thank you. All those, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion unanimously passes. There are reports, juvenile detention center reports for December available for your review. We have personnel-related actions to consider a motion to approve the routine actions.
I make a
can't talk
motion
this
to
morning.
approve the routine personnel actions.
Thank you.
Second.
This may be even more entertaining by the time I'm done. We have a motion to approve. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion unanimously passes. There's no applications for abatement, no notices and requests, no planning and zoning notices, no petitions for compromise. Now's the time for public comment. If anyone has any comments that they'd like to make that does not appear on the agenda. With that, we'll go to the regular business. Item number 10 is to consider a recommendation for a bid award for project MC-149 surfacing 5.68 miles of County Highway 149 from South Dakota Highway 38 to County Highway 122. DJ Boothie.
Good morning, Commissioners. DJ Boothie, Highway Superintendent. On January 11th, we opened bids for the Highway 149 project. This is the second phase of our reconstruction project. If you remember, in 2016, we did the removal of the existing pavement and the regrading of the section and the gravel base course. We received 7 bids for this project. The engineer's estimate was just over $2.5 million. And our low bid is Journey Group Companies, also known as Blacktop Paving, with an amount of $2,147,270.28, and requesting your approval to execute contracts with Blacktop Paving.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions for DJ on this project?
Move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve item number 10, project MC 149. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion unanimously passes. Item 11 is to consider a recommendation for a bid award for project MC 130BR-16BR-16 for the replacement of structure 50-205-140 east of Renner on County Highway 130. DJ.
Commissioners, we also opened bids on January 11th for the bridge replacement project in Renner. We received 4 bids for this project, and the engineer's estimate was just about $586,000. The low bid was Pram Construction for $576,594.52. That dollar amount is a little bit higher than what was actually read at the bid opening. There were some inconsistencies with some unit prices and things in their bid tabulation, and so this is the corrected dollar amount of their bid. They were read low on the bid opening date, and they are actually still the low bidder, so it didn't change the number of the low bid or the company of the low bid. So we are requesting your approval to execute a contract with Pram Construction.
Any questions, DJ?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
DJ, I'm looking to you for some comments on how the bidding environment's been for you to date, if you could share that with how things are going compared to estimate.
Very good. I was going to do that on the third item, just as a summary. To date, we had 3 bids on January 11th. The 2 that we're just talking about, and then 1 more bridge reconstruction. Of those 3 projects, our total budget dollar amount is about $4.1 million. The 3 bids came in at $3,571,964, or just over $500,000 under budget. So, so far the bidding climate is excellent, and we're looking forward to even doing an additional project this year that is ahead of schedule.
Good to hear. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions for DJ? We have a motion and a second to approve project MC 130BR-16BR16. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion unanimously passes. Item 12, to consider a recommendation for bid award project MC 114BR-16, which is a replacement of structure 50-129-060 west of County Highway 114 north of Lyons.
Commissioners, this project is, like Gerald just said, just north of Lyons. This is a bridge replacement of a structure on County Highway 114. We received 3 bids on January 11th. The engineer's estimate was just over $1.2 million, and our low bid, again, is Pram Construction at $848,099.06. That dollar amount is also higher than what was read on the bid opening date. They had some abnormalities in this bid tabulation as well, and so the corrected bid tabulation still shows Pram Construction as the low bidder, just with a different dollar amount than what was read. So requesting your approval to execute a contract with Pram Construction for this one.
I have a question, Mr. Chair.
Certainly, go ahead.
So DJ, what's wrong with that existing bridge there? Because it, you know,
The
I'm not a
existing bridge,
guy, but-
the bridge deck is what or the major problem is with that bridge. The concrete on the deck is just deteriorated beyond repair. In order to repair the bridge, you'd have to replace the deck, and the cost to replace the deck would probably get pretty close to the cost to replace the entire structure. We had it posted for a reduced weight load, and we were able to do some maintenance on it last fall and into the winter, and take off the existing asphalt overlay on the bridge deck and allow farm equipment to access over the bridge without being restricted on weights. And we did that because of the Lyons farm businesses that are there.
Right.
So we wanted to make sure that they had access without being restricted on weights. But the bridge itself is in dire need of repair, again, just because of the condition of the deck.
Well, the railings were nicely painted, but
Any other questions for DJ?
Just a comment, this is a major farm-to-market road. If you've been in the town of Lyons, you would know the size of the grain elevator and the traffic, so I'm glad to see that it'll be done by August 15th before the heavy traffic really begins out there, so, yeah, thank you.
Good point. Any other comments or questions? We have a motion and a second to approve project MC 114BR-16. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion unanimously passes. Item 13 is to authorize the chair to sign a 2017 agreement between the county and Southeastern Behavioral Health for qualified mental health professional services.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Jamie Gravitt, Director of the Juvenile Detention Center. This is our yearly contract that we have with Southeastern Behavioral Health. They come and provide services for youth that are struggling with suicidal issues upon admission, and then ongoing treatment for kids that are there for a longer time and continue to struggle with those issues. They also serve on a review committee that reviews all of our restraints that we have on youth and give us guidance on how things could have been done better. This has been going on since our initial JDAI review, which told us we should have something like this in place. It's been a good partnership to this point. There's no increase in cost for this year, and I'd ask your permission to approve it.
Questions for Jamie?
Jamie, can you just give us some idea of how many hours you guys used last year on this contract?
I did not look at that, I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. I should have probably contacted you in advance. Maybe if you could just get back to us on that, that'd be great.
I can, yes. I can give you the hours that we've seen over since this has started. It has been an increase. We are seeing more and more youth with mental health problems when they come in. The ongoing weekly services aren't utilized as much. It's more acute needs and during early admission phases.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions for Jamie? We have a motion.
Not yet. I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, thank you. We have a motion and a second to approve the agreement. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you, and I'll email you with those figures.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Item 14 is to review any commission liaison reports. Is that Commissioner Barth?
Chair, I have a couple. One is I did go to the Colton Fire Department's annual meeting and oyster stew thing, which I'll give a further report on because they had some amazing statistics about what their department did over the past 12 months. But last night I was here till 10:15, 10:30 with planning and zoning, and we approved a CAFO, which likely will be appealed as the opponent's lawyer was also present. We approved extended operation on a gravel pit that has been bounced around a couple of times, and we denied Brandon's water tower plan that they were going to put east of the city. So those things were, we had this room completely full, and the overflow room was full, and we had kids running in the hallway, and should come and visit.
Any other liaison reports, Commissioner?
Received an email from ICAP. I was at the ICAP board meeting last Tuesday up in Brookings, and they were wondering if they would like Cindy, the director, to come down to one of our commission meetings. And there's a lot going on in Minnehaha County with ICAP and housing specifically, some very some changes that I just couldn't describe to you, and I think it would be a good idea for her to come down and give a report if you're okay with that.
Sure.
I'll reply to her and let her know that. Still acclimating myself, all the board assignments. I've been to Human Services, met with Carrie Benz and all of her staff. I'm learning a lot about the process, how much I really appreciate the work that especially our people in those departments do. Met with DJ Boothie, again, to kind of acclimate myself to the highway department and all the unique things that they have to deal with. Unfortunately, I missed the library board meeting last week, and I think there was a PTAB meeting last night, Public Transit Advisory Board meeting, that I just found out about on Friday that I couldn't get on my schedule for last night. Commissioner Barth and I met with Paul Niedringhaus last Thursday morning and talked about Metro Communications, and there's going to be probably a few things from that breakfast coming forth about maybe ways that we can make them more efficient that Paul, I think, was very open to discussing. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different meetings in the last week and a half, basically, with different department heads, and I know I've just begun to scratch the surface. So I will get back to ICAP and let them know that we would be interested in a formal report from them. So, thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner?
Not to be left out. I just wanted to give an update, just to kind of reinforce the work that we're doing on the jail. If you noticed, we get weekly jail count reports, and it was an exceedingly busy week for the folks in the jail all week long. Usually it kind of peaks on the weekend, but it was very busy all week long, and then the weekend there wasn't much let up. On Monday, the correctional office folks had to take 45 inmates to 9 different courtrooms in the morning, and they took 87 people to 7 different courtrooms in the afternoon, just to give you kind of a taste for where their life is. They were able to release a fair number of people, so they went from being exceedingly uncomfortably full after they had to tell Lincoln County to remove all inmates, and they removed all the federal inmates down to the very minimum that had to stay pending their first appearance. So the work that we are doing with the jail is needed, and we appreciate our partners at Lincoln County being flexible with us, because we know that's difficult for them to take folks and try to find a place for them. We have been meeting, continue to work on the construction manager at risk, and at the next building committee, hopefully we'll be able to bring back a report on next steps there.
Very good. Any other liaison reports? I did get an email earlier this morning from one of the city council members who invited us to come to the informational meeting tonight if we could, so that we could express our opinion about the smoking related issue, which does in fact affect the county also. So if you have an interest, they certainly are welcome in having you come. Item 15, any new business? Item 16, any old business? We do have an executive session today for personnel. Could I have a
Mr. Chair, I'd
motion?
make a motion to adjourn into executive session for personnel.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right.
Those opposed? Motion unanimously passes. Thank you.
Good job, Mr. Chair.
If I could talk, it would even gone